Wow, it's dark in this tunnel after the release of inflation data for September. However, I see flash of light. What is the light coming from? Simply put, that light, in my opinion, is what is giving a home buyer an unfair advantage in this market. Right now, comparing today to the most recent couple of years, a home buyer has an unprecedented opportunity, even in the current mortgage rate environment. Do not believe me? Well, let me explain. But first, let me make the legal folks happy. The primary purpose of this podcast series is to inform, entertain, and educate. The information and opinions and recommendations presented in this podcast series does not constitute legal or other professional advice, opinions, or endorsements of any kind. Welcome to the Martini Mortgage Podcast, episode 162, Light in a Dark Tunnel. My name is Kevin Martini, and I'm a certified mortgage advisor and producing branch manager, NMLS 143962, with the Martini Mortgage Group at Gold Star Mortgage Financial Group Corporation, NMLS 3446, Equal Housing Lender. I'm recording this episode on October 13th, 2022, and today is not just my 35th wedding anniversary. It is also the day the September 2022 Consumer Price Index was released. The fresh data confirms overall inflation climbed to 8.2%. Some were surprised, but not me. If you are a long-term visitor to the Martini Mortgage Podcast, you know this is exactly what I've been predicting. Let me talk about Consumer Price Index, or CPI. The first thing I want you to know is that the Consumer Price Index increased 8.2% from the same month a year ago. You see, it is important to know that CPI compares the same month this year to the same month last year. And since it does this, it provides a glimpse what the future may hold and tells us when inflation will peak. It is my opinion, inflation has peaked. Let me explain. The metric that the Martini Mortgage Group uses is core CPI. As a primer, CPI is the measure of the cost of living for a typical person. And core CPI is the CPI minus energy and food prices. For my forecasting, I believe taking out volatile food and energy provides a better consistent benchmark for forecasting. With all that said, the core CPI reading for August 2022 and September 2022 was 0.6 per month. The next CPI report, which will be November 10th, 2022 for October, the October report will compare October 2022 to October 2021. In October 2021, the reading was 0.6%, exactly what it was for September and August. This means a signal for inflation to plateau. The reading for November 2021 and December 2021 are less than October 2021. Wow, that's a lot of 2021s. So there is relief coming. Inflation will get under control, and I believe today until the beginning of November will be bumpy, but the road will get smooth in November. Oh, by the way, there are two Fed meetings between now and the end of the year. They are November 2nd and December 14th. Mark your calendar. I've said it before and I will say it again. Now is an unprecedented opportunity for home buyers since there are more listings to choose from and homes are selling at a more moderate pace. Buyers also have less competition, and sellers are willing to roll up their sleeves to help get the deal done. Plus, let me mention, the loan that the home buyer secures today at the rate that they get today is not the rate that they will have forever, since I believe it is not an if a loan today is going to be refinanced. It is a when it will be refinanced. Spoiler alert, I think it's the end of 2023 to the beginning of 2024. I believe that inflation will be completely under control by the end of the first quarter of 2023. However, the Fed tends to stay a little bit late to the party, so we will start to see a massive downward movement, in my opinion, at the end of 2023 to the beginning of 2024. Okay. Mortgage rates are at a level that millennials have never seen. I get that, but let me be transparent. Rates will continue to fluctuate upward through the rest of this year. But since sellers today want to get on with their lives, they are likely to participate to help get the transaction done by considering a buy down to allow a home buyer to ease into a comfortable payment that offers them a below market rate. If you are a home buyer or a seller or a real estate agent and you want to learn more about buy downs, just give a mortgage strategist with the Martini Mortgage Group a jingle by dialing 919-238-4934. Or check out episode 159 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast, which is called Seller Buy Downs. All historical episodes of the Martini Mortgage Podcast are available by going to martinimortgagepodcast.com. In closing, we have to play the cards we have. Sure, mortgage rates are higher today than they were in the past. However, you know what else is higher? Rents. The powerful benefit of a seller buy down helps homebuyers become homeowners, and it also combats higher mortgage rate environment we are living in right now. I know this was a lot, and I invite you to give me a call so I can personally help find your light in this dark tunnel. Every family I work with is different. They have different concerns, different needs, and different wants. I'm here to help find a solution for your personal situation with a confidential conversation. My name is Kevin Martini, and I'm a certified mortgage advisor, and I help the families I serve create generational wealth with the proper mortgage strategy. You can reach me by dialing 919-238-4934. Thank you for tuning in to this very special episode 162 of the Martini Mortgage Podcast that I'm calling Light in a Dark Tunnel. Please share this episode with someone you care about that will benefit.